Need to talk about Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo because this man just walked into the Madlanga Commission and dropped some of the most explosive testimony in South African political recent history. And the wildest part is he's doing all this while facing his own corruption charges. So there is spice here. So who is Khumalo? Well, Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo is the SAPS Divisional Commissioner for Crime Intelligence. That means he's basically the head of crime intelligence for the entire South African police service. So for the kids watching, this is the guy who's supposed to know where all the bodies are buried, literally and figuratively, and what's going on behind the scenes. And when he testified at the Madlanga Commission, he didn't just bring receipts. He brought CCTV footage, he brought WhatsApp chats, he brought detailed intelligence reports, and a complete expose of how organized crime was infiltrated and has infiltrated the highest levels of South African law enforcement. Starting with the Big Five cartel, because Khumalo revealed the existence of what he called an organized criminal syndicate based in Gauteng, allegedly involved in drug trafficking, hijackings, tender fraud, and contract killings. Not petty crime, not street-level dealing. We are talking about a sophisticated criminal organization that's doing everything. Drugs, stolen cars, tenders, and assassinations. It's like they're running a one-stop crime shop. And here's the terrifying part. They are not outside the police system. Matter of fact, they're probably more inside it than we are. They've infiltrated the state apparatus at the highest levels. How do I know this? Well, it's called the Sibiya Molefe connection, because here's where Khumalo's testimony got absolutely wild. He exposed the direct connection between Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya and accused murder businessman Katiso KT Molefe. Remember, Molefe is the underworld kingpin allegedly connected to multiple assassinations, including the mistaken murder of Armand Swart, the guy who was shot 23 times, but wasn't even the intended target. And Khumalo revealed that Sergeant Fani Nkosi, a detective in Sibiya's office, was the link between Sibiya and Molefe. Let that sink in. The Deputy National Commissioner of Police had someone in his office communicating with a murder-accused crime boss. But Khumalo didn't just leave accusations. He brought evidence as well. CCTV footage showed Sergeant Nkosi arriving at Molefe's Sandhurst home. That's the luxury neighborhood where all the wealthy criminals live, in a state vehicle allocated to Sibiya's office. He walked in empty-handed, stayed for 10 minutes, then left carrying a large white gift bag. All on footage. And Khumalo, with absolutely savage humor, said they're yet to establish what kind of chocolates were inside. Chocolates. My guy, nobody believes those were chocolates. That was either cash or instructions or both. Or a body, but Khumalo is out here trolling at the commission like it's some comedy show, whereas all we want to know is the truth and some justice. Remember Brown Mokhotsi? I know you do. The guy who allegedly shot his own car yesterday? Yeah, Khumalo had receipts of him too. He revealed WhatsApp chats showing how alleged drug cartel member Vusimuzi Ket Matlala bankrolled 8 people linked to Minister Mchunu's associate Brown Mokhotsi to attend an ANC fundraising gala. So a drug cartel member was financing ANC fundraisers through connections to Police Minister Mchunu's associate. The corruption goes all the way to the top. And this is the same Brown Mokhotsi who's supposed to testify, but is now probably too busy explaining why he shot his own car. That's if he's actually arriving at the police station in Vosloorus as he claimed to try to get to, that he hasn't arrived at till this day. Organized crime hasn't just corrupted a few bad cops in South Africa. We know that by now. Now we know that they've systematically infiltrated the state apparatus itself. They have people in crime intelligence. They have connections in the Deputy National Commissioner's office. They have links to the police minister's associates. They're funding political parties. They're getting 360 million rand police contracts. They're ordering assassinations with police protection. This isn't crime despite law enforcement. This is crime protected by law enforcement. That's the irony of ironies. That's the wild part. But here's the even wilder part that makes this entire conversation peak South Africa. Khumalo himself was arrested on allegations of fraud and corruption and appeared in court. So the crime intelligence boss who's exposing massive corruption at the Madlanga Commission is also facing corruption charges himself. He's dropping bombs on Sibia, on Molefe, on Matlala, on Mokgotsi, and the whole criminal syndicate, while simultaneously fighting his own legal battles. It's like watching a mob movie where all the characters are snitching on each other, while also being investigated for their own crimes. Nobody is clean. Everyone is dirty. It's complete chaos. Khumalo's testimony is genuinely one of the most important moments in the Madlanga Commission investigation. He is providing detailed evidence-backed information about how organized crime infiltrated the South African police service, direct connections between top police officials and crime bosses, the Big Five syndicate operating with state protection, drug cartels funding political parties, which that statement alone just baffles me. Murder-accused businessmen getting 360 million rand in police contracts, systematic corruption from street level to ministerial level. This isn't just about a few bad apples. This is about the entire barrel being rotten. You know, this reminds me of the podcast this one dude was invited in, and he said drug money funds South African politics. And I looked at it and I went, nah, clickbaiter. But then it could actually be true. Because when prosecutors reveal this, they're being killed, and now we know why. Because there is an organized criminal syndicate with police protection systematically eliminating anyone who threatens their operations. Mr. T, I'm saying his name many times, has 4 bullets in his body as we speak. Babita Deokoran was murdered for uncovering the Tembisa hospital looting. Mpoma Fole was killed investigating dodgy tenders. And now we know these weren't just random acts. They were systematic eliminations by organized crime with state protection. But here's what everybody is wondering, and I know you're wondering this as well. If Khumalo knows all of this, if he has CCTV footage and WhatsApp chats and detailed intelligence reports, why weren't arrests made earlier? He's the head of crime intelligence. He had this evidence. Why was Sibia still Deputy National Commissioner? Why was Molefe still operating freely? Why was Matlala getting 360 million rand contracts? Either Khumalo was blocked from acting on this intelligence, which is terrifying, or he sat on it until the Madlanga Commission forced disclosure, also terrifying, or he compromised, and that is the most terrifying. So the bottom line is this. Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo just confirmed what many South Africans have suspected for years. Our police service isn't just infiltrated by organized crime. It's not a conspiracy theory anymore. It's protecting organized crime as well. Also not a conspiracy theory. The whistleblower assassinations are not random violence anymore. They're systematic elimination. The corruption isn't individual bad actors. It's organized syndicates. The rot doesn't stop at street level. It goes all the way to the top. To the top. And the man revealing all of this, well, let's just say he's fighting his own battles, for crying out loud. Welcome to South Africa. Let the Don take his hat off and welcome you, where everyone is corrupt, everyone be snitching, and the only question is who's going to get arrested first. Absolutely wild. Peak South African drama. You genuinely cannot make this up. This is the Don, Summer Sambit. Did you miss me? I missed you too. You better subscribe, because I'll see you next time.